Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I'm Penge, and welcome to Monarchs at Play, which is a turn-based strategy game where we build our own civilization with the goal being to become way more glorious than all of the other ones. And I like that. I like the idea of winning the game just by being way more fanciful and showy-offy and glorious than the opposition. That sounds quite fun. And the idea of the game is that it's quite quick to play. So it is a turn-based strategy game, which normally do take a while to get through, but this one is quite speedy. You can have a whole game done in under an hour or so if you choose the right settings, which is interesting. So, do you know what I think? Let's get on with it, shall we? And we'll find out what's going on as we dive in. So, here we go. Time to play a bit of Monarchs at Play. Okie doke, here we go. A new game is underway, and over here we can see that the entire game takes place on lovely, lovely hex tiles, which is wonderful because I do love a hex tile game. I'm a big fan of a hex tile game, and yeah, I think we all know, don't we? I think it's common knowledge by now that hexagons are indeed very much so the bestagons. So yay for the hex tiles, and also yay for the end turn button, because as we mentioned earlier, the game is indeed turn based, so we don't need to rush. We can take our time and look around and ponder things and chew things over and then make our choice. I mean, it's likely that it will be the wrong choice that we make after such pondering, but we're not rushed into that choice. I can make the wrong choices all in my own time, which is wonderful as well. So yay for the hexes, yay for the turn-based aspect of the game. And right now, this is what we know of the world. That's kind of it. So we think right now the world is about, 7 hex tiles big, and it's got some rocks in it and some trees and a nice windy river and some grass. And that's kind of it. We know nothing of mountains or the sea or anything like that, but we're quite happy with this. But our first act is to choose our palace, which does seem a little bit self-aggrandizing, doesn't it? We're not building, houses or farms or anything. No, you're going to build us a great big palace, thank you, plebs, and then we'll get you some houses and food or whatever. But yeah, the first thing we need to do is pick our palace. However, we shall do that in a moment, because I think right now we should look over here and find out who we're playing against, and indeed who we are playing as, and then we'll take a look at the stuff at the top. So over here, we can see that we are playing as, and I'm going to say this probably incorrectly, and I do apologise in advance, we are playing as Hatshepsut, which I'm sure I've said incorrectly. I think it's supposed to be a little bit sort of more fluid. It's supposed to roll off the tongue a bit better, but we are playing as Hatshepsut. So when you start the game up, you get to choose who you are playing as, and each leader, of course, has their own little kind of bonus type thing. So Hatshepsut's bonus is that they get an additional 20% food from every food source in the entire game, which is very, very handy indeed. Food is key for many things. It's one of our main sort of resources here. So that's going to be quite useful. And then we're up against, in terms of AI opponents, Augustus, played by the lovely bot_5044. I mean, who can forget what they did when we played them before? My goodness me, bot_5044. You were going to be a menace. So Augustus, their bonus, which won't mean anything right now, but we'll read it anyway because it might make sort of sense in the future when we play the game a bit. Housing buildings have +1 population range and require an additional 2 turns to build. So if he does want to build housing buildings, are going to be better, but it's going to take longer to get put together. And then also we're playing against Hammurabi, played by the splendid bot_4307. Who can forget them? Their science buildings are built in 1 turn, which is quite handy. And then the final AI opponent is Suiko, played by bot_3666, somewhat ominously, and their culture buildings have +1 housing range. So they're the opponents, and then over here are our kind of very basic metrics. So we've got food, so that's how much food we have, that's how much food we get per turn. Then we've got production or materials, or what you want to call it, that's how much we have right now, that's how much we get per turn, and this is glory. And this is our sort of winning number, if you like. So at the end of 60 turns, and that's it. That's how long the game lasts. It lasts 60 turns, you play it. At the end, whoever has most glory is the winner. And that's kind of it. I like that. It's nice and simple, nice and straightforward, not complicated to understand. Get lots of glory, get more than everybody else, and you are the winner. And you get glory by building sort of fancy buildings, but also you do get glory by conquering enemy buildings as well. So there's a few ways you can get glory. So we'll see what happens as we play. But right now, we need to choose a palace. So we have a choice of 3. So we've got the Tide Palace. Now I think they each have a housing range of 2. So the housing range effectively dictates your borders. So we put this down and then we can build up to 2 hex tiles away from this building. That will be our borders. And then we can build other buildings to expand our borders and increase our housing range and all that kind of stuff. But I think they've all got a housing range of 2. So no kind of bonuses there. And I think as well, on the left, that's all the same. So each building has the same, I think, production cost, military pressure, and site range. Okay, so it's going to cost 10 of our production to build and 8 food and 1 turn. Okay, so let's see what the bonuses are. So the Tide Palace, it produces 3 food and 5 material every single turn. That's okay. And then it gets +1 food per building on sea within 2 tiles. Okay, that might not be overly useful because we can't see the sea. We're not quite sure what the sea is right now. So, okay, don't go for that one. Then we have a builder's keep. So this produces 4 food. That's okay. And then +1 material. So yeah, +1 production hammer thingy per natural feature on this and adjacent tiles. Okay, so natural features are like trees and stones and things. There's plenty of them around. You can see here, if you sort of hold the cursor over the thing, it tells us that the natural features on that tile are 2 wood and 1 river. And over here, that is 2 stone. And over here, that is 2 wood and 1 stone. So that, if we put that in the middle, that might get us an awful lot of the sort of production material stuff. That might be quite useful. Okay, or we have a throne hall, very fancy. So that gives us +4 food and +4 material. And then it gives us +2 glory per culture building within 2 tiles, because there are special culture buildings, and +10 glory per wonder building within 2 tiles. So if we were to have that, we'd then have to surround it with culture buildings and wonders and things. I think what happens is you click on these and you can get, there you go. You get a little kind of overlay of how effective that's going to be. If we put that just there, we will get +15 materials every single turn. That's quite a lot because, of course, yeah, we need materials to build other things. So, yeah, let's go for that. Absolutely. We'll put it just there because, yeah, we can put it in the middle, but then that only gets +14. So if we put it there, we shall get +15. And then, yeah, we can see that blue outline of our borders as well. So I think, yeah, we'll have one of those. That's not effective because it's not near the sea. And that's all about culture stuff, which we can do via other means. So yeah, let's take that. Let's get +15 materials every single turn, thank you. And a tiny bit of food as well. So we'll pop that in, but it doesn't automatically build. It takes a turn to finish. So yep, turn 1 is going to be finishing our fancy palace. So yep, the end turn button's got little kind of, I don't know, bubbles coming off it. So we shall press that. And there we go. Ta-da! That is constructed. Right, I can see a little bit of an issue. We might have been a bit unlucky with our placement there. So the map isn't that big. We can zoom out, look. So this is the map. It looks like we are playing it on a table, which is quite fun. I like that. So the map isn't a huge map that we're playing on. But over here, I can see borders. And over here, I can see borders. Now, I don't know whose borders they are because there's nobody in sort of red. There's nobody in red. Now, there are tribes, so maybe there's like a sort of a random tribe over there. But I think over here, we've got Suiko. How you pronounce it? Swiko? I don't know. Her just there. So she's over there bordering us. At the minute, that's all fine. I'm not too bothered. Okay, right. There are many, many materials around here. So many rivers, so many trees. So we should be okay. But in terms of actual materials, we're okay. Food is a bit low. And food is key to everything. Food is huge. Food supports military buildings. And also, when you build a building, it costs a certain amount of food to, I imagine, supply the workers that are doing the building work on that particular building. But then when you build another building after that one, the cost, the sort of food amount, goes up. So the more buildings you have, the next building is going to cost a little bit more in terms of food. So you want to make sure you have a very decent supply of food on the go. So I think we've got farms and we've got barns. That's what we can build down here. Oh yeah, and the entire build thing has now appeared, by the way. So we've got food buildings, we've got production buildings, we've got culture, sort of glory buildings, got housing, we've got military, we've got researchy buildings, commerce buildings, and then the wonders at the end there. yeah, food I think has got to be our priority right now. So we could build a farm. So again, we can click and find out what's going to be effective. So the farms are going to give us +8 food every turn, pretty much everywhere where we build a thing. Or we could build a barn. So a barn, that would get us +10 if we put it just there. Because the barn gives us +3 food per wood on the tile, +3 food per stone on the tile. I don't know how they're squeezing food out of stones, but I'm not going to ask. What are they doing there? Getting, I don't know, moss or something? I don't understand, but whatever the case. So we could do that for 10 food. That'd be okay, but we can also have production buildings. So we've got lumberjacks. Oh, look at that. +13 just there, because there's lots of trees. And quarries. Okay, and now that side there isn't that good as a quarry. So do you know what? That can be a barn for +10 food per turn, and it's going to take 2 turns to build. So do that. We'll have a barn just there. Skip to the next turn. Okay, we're still not quite there with food yet. So we'll skip to the next turn again. Right. Over there, look. We can see that green player has built a farm. Right, okay, and nobody's got any glory yet. This is handy. So, right, now we're on +14 food per turn. I think we get a farm set up. So where can we put a farm that's going to be quite good? I mean, +8 sounds quite advantageous for a farm. Let's put it there, on the bend of that river. That seems like a nice place to go. So we'll pop that in like that and run it on a bit. Okay, but now we've got enough to do some of the production stuff, even though that isn't finished because we've got 14 food coming in from our barn, which is lovely. So I think maybe we need to spend a little while just sort of sorting out our economic backbone, if you like. So we need decent production-y stuff, decent materials, and decent food. So maybe that will help a bit with food. What if we now put, where was that forester? Down here, look. So +13. So I think, we'll go for that. We'll put forester just there to get ourselves another 13 production. And then when that's done, we get another barn or a farm to then boost our food. And then I think we'll be looking good. The barns I don't think are looking particularly handy. So let's go for another farm. Let's put it there. Let's pop it just there. Another +8 food. That is no bad thing at all. Okay, right, so end our turn. So on turn 6, we're looking okay. It's looking not too shabby at all. So now, what are they building? Hang on, what is this? They are building a bazaar. Right, okay, I was thinking of that kind of thing. So our bazaars are down here. So if you put a bazaar next to enemy tiles, you get a load of other stuff from it. You get lots of stuff. So, if we put a bazaar just here, or here, it would be if I put it here, it's still next to 2 of their tiles. So if we put bazaar just here, we would get +8 food per food building that belongs to an enemy on adjacent tiles. So if we put it here, in fact, we get an additional 8 food from their farm. Because their farm, we nip over the border and grab some food from them and sell it on over here. So I think maybe that might be worth doing. We get +16. +16. Oh, that's very good. Okay, we'll have a bit of that. So let's put that in. And also we get glory as well. Are we going to be the first to pick up some glory? That would be exciting. Okay, so end the turn, the farm goes in. And of course, we are picking up an extra 20% food as well because of who we are. So that's quite good. Right. What else should we now build? We could build a stone circle and start accumulating some lovely glory. We get +3 glory for having a stone circle and then plus 0.25 glory per turn since it was finished. So the earlier you build these, the better they are because they start accumulating more stuff over time. So maybe we could think about doing that. Over here, we could build a village. So if we wanted to, say, expand over in that direction, we could put a village here and our borders would expand to where the new borders are. We can see them just there. And this chappy here, so Augustus, now this might make a little bit more sense, his housing buildings have an additional 1 range. So they take longer to build, but his borders, our borders go out 1 tile, 1 hex tile. His borders would go out 2. so he can expand a little bit easier and sort of move across the map a bit better. So we could do that. Potentially, we could think about doing some conquering or possibly some sightseeing. We could build a lookout. I'm thinking maybe we have a look at what's happening over here and who these guys are, because I don't think it's an AI player, as in one of our opposition civs. I think it's like a tribe or something. So we could put a lookout in over here, and they've got a sight range of 4. So they will be able to have a nosy at this part of the world to see what's going on. So I think, yeah, we'll pop that in just, let's put it there, like that. Drop it in like that, and then go to end turn. Okay, so lookout appears. Aha, right. We've got it's a tribe. Okay, so we've got a random tribe over here. Okie dokie. Right, we'll sort that out in a second. And then I think, let's try and get some stone circles in. Now, what we want to do is, a bit later on, we can build a temple. And the temple gets plus 10 glory per stone circle on adjacent tiles. So you want to make sure that you build your stone circles in such a way that you can then put a temple next to them and then get a load more glory from it. The only thing is, we haven't got a lot of room. We don't have very much room at all. Okay. Maybe. Now, the villages can go anywhere. You can build a village anywhere you like. I wonder, is it worth building a village here and then maybe sticking our sort of stone circles and temples into this part of the world? I think it might be. So let's put a village just there. That's going to be 3 turns to get that done. But then once that's done, we get more building room down here. And this bit can be, for farms and everything else. It's going to be fine. So yeah, we can't do anything right now. So end our turn. Right. They've acquired the first glory of the game. They've got 12 glory. Outrageous. However, we are now on 6. So yeah, we're behind them, but that's okay. I'm okay with that kind of thing at the minute. This is going to help a little bit. And also, we might need to go and do a bit of fighting, because we could potentially go and fight these guys. And if we get rid of them, it will give us some glory, because we get glory from battle like Klingons. Okay, so we'll look at that. We could potentially, because we have got 100 materials, we could also build ourselves a wonder, which would be very fancy pants indeed. So we could build the Ziggurat of which is a food wonder. That makes sense for us with our food bonus. So plus 5 food and plus 2 glory per food building on adjacent tiles. So we could put it, bother. It'd have to go here where the watchtower is to make the most of those 2 things. Okay, we could sort that out. Or the pyramids. Plus 1 material per stone within 2 tiles. Plus 5 glory per production building. I mean, we could put that. We could put the pyramids just here. And have plus 20 production. Which would be a little bit silly. But that'd be quite good. I think that might be worth doing. And then, yeah, plus 5 glory per production building. That belongs to you on adjacent sites. Okay, so we haven't got any production things right now. Although, could we maybe sort of, yes, force that into being? We could put a quarry just there. So we'll pop a quarry in like that. That's fine. Right, then skip to the next turn. Now we've got enough production to build the pyramids. They're going to take 10 turns to get done. So I think if we put that in like that, our production comes down quite a bit, but we are earning quite a lot, which is quite nice. So we've got a world wonder on the go. This is exciting. Right, end our turn. So the village appears and the thing over here appears. Okay, so the quarry has appeared. So yeah, we're looking good in terms of, in fact, we're earning the amount of food and sort of materials we're earning is the answer to life, the universe and everything, which is quite good. I think then, maybe we go and do a little bit of fighting over here. Now, yeah, the way that fighting works in this game is quite intriguing. So you don't necessarily have troops that appear on the map. You don't sort of have units that you control and move around the map and such like. You do fighting by putting down various kind of military buildings and then using military pressure Now, we did see when we put the palace down, that exerts a little bit of military pressure to keep it safe, I suppose. But yeah, so for example, the watchtower lookout thing just here, on the left, just there, we can see it does exert military pressure. So it exerts 1 point of military pressure in each of those spaces around it. So yeah, it doesn't do much, doesn't sort of have much military clout, but it goes quite a long way. This thing here, the palisade, is very strong in the middle. It exerts a lot of military pressure around itself, but again, not much around itself, further out as it goes. So the middle, very good. It's super strong near itself, but then the further out you get, it becomes a bit weaker. However, the training grounds, that dishes out 3 military pressure around itself, so anything that's adjacent to it. And yeah, if we look here, we can zoom in a bit. Oh, I never realised we could zoom in that much. I didn't realise you could zoom into this level and look at things. Look, there's individual sheep. Hello, little sheep. And there's a town with a well and a little sort of cart and such like. Oh, this is quite fun. Oh, look at that, the bazaar. You can see things. There's little sort of baskets of, I don't know, fruit and food and things, and jars and what have you. Oh, this is very nice. Okay, there you go. I didn't realise the zoom was that much. I think you could zoom in a bit, but not that much. Right, over here, look. We can see these tiles are now being sort of contested in terms of military pressure. So we built a thing just over here. We built that thing, and they've got this thing, which I think is that a palisade? Yes, that is a palisade by the look of it. So they've got their own military building here, and we've got one just here. So this thing started exerting military pressure. So it put 1 point of pressure on this building just here. So that's why this sort of shield thing has appeared, or whatever it is, this round thing has appeared. And it's got 1 point of blue, which is the point of military pressure that we're exerting. But then it's got 3 because it's within their borders, I think, and that thing is nearby. So if we wanted to start conquering them, we're going to have to build different things, different military buildings, to exert enough pressure on them so that, yeah, so we've got more than they have. So for example, if over here we put the training grounds just here, we build that, this farm over here, we exert 4 points of military pressure upon that farm, they're only exerting 3. So we then slowly start conquering that farm, and then we'll take the tile, and then that's a good thing. So I think what we'll do is we shall put in a training ground just there, and we'll see how this works. So end our turn. There we go. Right, so now this thing is on fire. We are now exerting enough military pressure on this tile here with our lookout tower and our training ground for us to be attacking it. So we've got 4 points of pressure on it. They've only got 3. We are slowly but surely conquering that. However, we do have to be a little bit careful that the same isn't happening to us over there, because that would be a little bit awkward, wouldn't it? But there we go. Right, we've got plenty of resources to go and do some other things. So I wonder what else is going to be useful. Yes, right. Our stone circles. So if we built 3, 1 there, and 1 there, and then put the temple in the middle, that would help quite a bit. So let's put 1 just there, and I think we can get another one, and I think we can get another one because of the amount of stuff we had on the go. Okay, that's quite good. Right, so we'll end our current turn, and now over here, the tile that we are conquering. So it takes a turn for us to go, oh yeah, we could go and have that now. And then it takes another 3 turns of consistent pressure upon this for us to then claim that tile as our own. And we can see around the edge, there's like an orange bar that's filled up. So that orange bar is telling us that we are 1 turn out of 3 needed to actually claim that tile for the glory of us, which is, yay, that's a good thing. We'll get some glory out of it, and that's going to be quite handy as well. Also, we might need to think about doing some research, because as we can see, a lot of these buildings are hidden away from us, and it's going to be handy if we could see a little bit more and such like. So yeah, here is the research thing. So what you need to do, you need to build an observatory. That's a key thing. So that gets this first lot of research stuff done. And then to research different things, the observatory or observatories have to be near to certain other things. So if you want to unlock military tactics, you need to put an observatory next to 1 military building. If you want to get construction, it's got to be next to 4 nature features. If you want theology, it's got to be next to 5 buildings. And if you want to get seafaring, it's got to be near 2 sea tiles. And it could meet all four conditions, potentially. So I think what happens is, when you click this, and I think we do need to get it done, it will tell us what we can actually get. So, yeah, we can overbuild things, by the way. We can build on top of things. We're not going to do that right there, though. Yeah, so I think if we put it here, look, we would get military tactics and construction. And that would allow us to do a few more bits and bobs. Ideally, though, we want to get theology. Because theology lets us build the temple, and then we can get the glory from our stone circle things that we are working on right now. So we need to build it within, yeah, so it's got to have 5 things around it. I mean, that's got 3. If we put it there, that's 3 things around it, and we can build something here, and then we are sorted. So let's do that. We'll pop that in just there. Okay, right, that's good. And I don't think we've got, yeah, not got enough food to build anything else. Okay, right, go to end turn. All of our stone circles are complete. We are now earning 15 glory per turn. That's the highest of anybody. These two yet to get off the mark in terms of glory. They're having a bit of a snooze. And we're about to get some more when we end our turn just here. Because look at that. We got a bonus and we've claimed this tile. And it becomes a little sort of monument type thing, which gives us an additional 10 glory per turn, which is very nice. But now we're not conquering this tile because we're not near enough. So we'd have to probably work our way round the outside and come in this side if we want to conquer them anymore, which seems to be a bit of a nuisance, to be honest. That seems like a bit of an annoyance. We won't do that, I don't think. How about we expand over here? So if we go, say, just here, well, actually, coming around here might not be a bad idea because there's quite a lot of trees. And the trees we could use for even more production. So we'll pop a little village in over there. That seems like a good idea. We can't do much else. So end our turn. Right, okay. How long left until the pyramids? 4 turns. That's going to be exciting. We're going to get some pyramids. We're going to have a fancy world wonder. It should all be very jazzy. Yes, okay. So we want this to be finished. So let's get that finished. There we go. So our observatory goes in and we've completed construction research. And that's kind of it. That's all we've done. Oh, they've nicked a tile. They've stolen a tile from us. Oh, they've built like they built a village just here and it's expanded to just there. Well, you've ruined my plans for getting this now. You've ruined my observatory plans, you scoundrels. Okay, do we need to have a bit of a war with you? Would you like to have a bit of a fight? I suspect you probably wouldn't. But I think we might have a fight with you. So if we put in... oh yeah, we have to get rid of something though. We have to get rid of that to put in a military building. Oh no, all this just here. We could put in the observatory that we've just constructed. Oh, botherations. Okay, that's a bit of a nuisance, isn't it? Oh, I wanted it to all be fine. Okay, never mind. We could put an observatory here. And then put a building here and a building here. And then it would have 5 things around it as soon as that's finished. Oh, botherations. Okay. Okay, fine. We're going to leave that for now. What is... They're building a forum. I don't know what a forum does. I've not played the game enough to know what all the buildings do. But okay, they're building a forum, which I assume gets bonuses from being adjacent to us. I'm not sure, but okay, never mind. Also, yeah, there's some sort of military pressure on this thing here. On that tile. That's our bazaar. But yeah, they are working on that a little bit. Okay, so keep an eye on that, I think. What else can we do? We could build another wonder, but I don't think we should do that. I don't think we need to do that right now. We have got these things. Yes, lumber mills and forges. Okay, so we can now build lumber mills and forges. A forge there would get us 34 production every single turn. And 17 glory, indeed. Why would it get us that much glory? I don't know. But that's quite exciting. And a lumber mill, they work on rivers. Yeah, plus 10 material per river on this tile. I mean, there's rivers up there. There's a lot of river over there. Is it worth maybe expanding over here a little bit? And then, yeah, what if we go just there? And then we can get some fish. That's a nice new food source. Okay, we'll go up there. We'll put a little village over there. And then, yes, I think then we'll put an observatory just here. So that's surrounded by 3 things. Then we're out of resources, I think, but never mind. And then, yeah, this one, we might have to get rid of that and then put a military building in over here. But okay, right, we'll do this for now. So there we go. We go to the next turn. This village appears over here. We could, in theory, start exerting pressure on these guys. We could possibly think about that. It does take up food and such like. It does require food. But yeah, that, I think... Oh, did I just... Something happened just there. Did I just overwrite something? I thought that wibbled a little bit. Okay, maybe everything's fine. We could put that just there. And that would start... Yeah, that wouldn't get us immediately... yeah, on this. So yeah, if we did that, the military pressure on that thing would be even. But then we could put a watchtower here to then work our way toward getting this. Okay. I think maybe leave that for now. That's all okay. Can we get, say, yeah, like a lumberjack in down here for a little bit of food and also 10 production. Very nice. And then we want something just there. Okay, end the turn. What about a farm? Plus 9 food per turn. Yeah, so pop that in. That means we can get, when this is all sorted, that observatory will be able to get us the research we need to get our temple so we can get even more glory. Okay. Oh, hang on. Hang on, look. This is nearly done. We're going to build the pyramids, everybody. We're going to go to the next turn because we haven't got much food. We've got the pyramids. Okay, this is very exciting. Okay, good. We've got the pyramids. This is a brilliant, brilliant thing. And we've got a little village over here. So we need some more food. Okay, yes, that is something we do need to get sorted out. So end our turn at the minute. And there we go. We can now get military tactics and theology. Oh, because we put that observatory next to that thing. Oh, that's quite jazzy. Oh, good. Right. So we've got that. So now we can do theology. So let's get ourselves a temple plus 10 glory per stone circle on adjacent tiles. So put the temple in. That's going to be good. And now we haven't got enough food to do anything else. So end our turn. And then we will head up here and grab ourselves some fishing boats. Because that's 20 food per turn. So we'll do that. And then we'll do that. Because that's an awful lot of food coming our way, which is going to be quite handy. These guys over here are getting a bit close. Getting a bit friendly, shall we say. Right, what did we need for... there, well, military building. Oh, nature features. Does that one... I think that observatory ticks all the boxes. So I think this one here, we might be able to turn into some sort of... Hang on, end our turn for now. We might be able to turn it into a military building, like, for example, a siege barracks or just a regular barracks. If we put that in just there, we would start chipping away at that tile. Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's do that, please. We'll have a bit of that, thank you. Okay, so this is a barracks going in. Can't do anything else due to a lack of food at the moment, but that's okay. We have unlocked the Masada Military Wonder. 750 production. Good grief. Okay. Plus 7 glory per monument within 2 tiles. Okay. Per monument. Okay. What is a monument exactly? It must be a particular type of thing. Theatre, temple, stone circle, pearl diver, tavern. What's a monument exactly? Oh no, it's these little things. It's the little teeny tiny things. It's that thing just there. That's a monument. Okay, maybe we don't build that wonder just yet. I think what we'll do is we shall end our turn and then see what's happening over here. Right, so we're exerting pressure upon that tile there. And yeah, now it's on fire, so we're attacking it. We're actively going at the thing. And yeah, if they don't do something about it, if they don't build another military building of their own to exert pressure back onto that, we will claim that tile back, which would be lovely. That'd be quite nice. What else do we need? These two are doing a shoddy job at getting any glory at all. You two, are you even awake, you two? I mean, yes, just to stress the point, this is an early build of the game. This is not the finished product. It's not the end result. It is an early build of this game. So maybe something's happened to them. I don't know. Maybe there's a bit of a bug happening. Maybe they're just focusing on other things and not getting any glory points. But I think that's the whole point of the game, isn't it? So I'm not quite sure why they're not getting on with it. But there we go. How about then? What else can we do here? That's what a forum does. +1 material per building within 2 tiles. Okay, we don't need that so much. What is that? A horea, a food building. All barns, all farms, and all ziggurats get ×2 production. Okay, I'm interested. If we put that there, that's 8 food. We don't get much. We don't get a lot from this. We could get rid of our watchtower just there to get an additional 20 food per turn. So Joe, we'll do that. We'll get rid of the watchtower. So that thing hasn't got any military pressure on anymore, which is fine. Not so bothered. That's all okay. And we can't see over there anymore because, of course, we've got a watchtower looking over there. But again, that's all fine. Oh, we're getting this tile as well, are we? If they don't book their ideas up. Okay, no, this is fine. This is good. Right. Okay. I wonder then, do we start trying to conquer these guys? Maybe that would be a good idea. So if we do, that's going to be equal. The barracks also makes it equal. Hang on, so that can be done in 1 turn. So we'll do that for 1 turn. So now we are, yeah, that's even. So we're exerting 3 military pressure on that tile, but so are they. So that comes out as nice and even. However, if we then put a lookout tower in, we're now going to start working on that tile there. Over here, it's flames aplenty. Oh, and over here as well. Look. All sorts of things are happening. Okay, right. These guys are going to take a bit of a hit in a minute. So, boom. We've got glory. Oh, glory be to us. Crikeys. Okay, so we've picked up this forum. That is now our forum. Yay for us. And there is a monument being built on that site just there to, commemorate the war loss or something, I don't know. And we're also going to take this. We're going to take that as well. Oh my goodness me. I mean, why don't we... Hang on a minute. Look at that. They're burning this down over here. They're attacking our fishing boats and our village. No, outrageous. This cannot be allowed. No. Yeah, barracks. A barracks will help with that. 1 turn, get that in, but that is 23 food per turn. So we do need to look at maybe upping our food amounts. Right, okay. We've stabilised the attack over here. And in fact, we've turned it round the other way, look. So we're now attacking that place just there. Okay, right. Yeah, I like the way the fighting works in this game. It's a bit different rather than just having troops marching around everywhere. It's kind of all done on your borders, which I think is quite good. Right. Couple of turns until we get that bit, but yes, food. What else can we do for food? I mean, more farms would be a useful thing, and we have got a lot of room over here. So how about 14 for a farm over there? That'd be okay. End our turn. Yeah, we need more food per turn. It's becoming a bit of a critical thing because we need more food per building now. Right, we've taken that. There is another monument. I mean, what was that wonder? That one. +7 glory per monument within 2 tiles. And if we built it just here, although, I want to get rid of these as well. I kind of want to come in and squish these guys. How about we try and do that? Village square, army camp. Oh, that's a slightly different thing. Oh, the village doesn't exert any sort of military pressure, but the army camp obviously does. So -15 food, recover 80% of food cost of demolished buildings, but it does give off a little bit of military pressure. So we could put that over there. And that is... Oh, just one on the main thing just there. Oh, that's... No, that's not very good, actually, is it? Hang on. We could put a village just here. And then we can fill that in with military buildings. That is what we will do, I think. We'll pop a village in over there. I want to get rid of these guys, because then we can have this entire bit over here, and it shall be lovely. And a village down here might be quite good for fish and farms and things, actually. We'll see. Can we do that? It's now 74 food to build a building. Okay, getting quite expensive to do building. But if we go... that's 3 tiles. That's 3. So 3 land tiles, that is. And then a couple of fish. That is 4 land tiles and a couple of fish. Yeah, we'll put a village just there, please. That seems like a good idea. Oh, look, these two have woken up. They're not bugged. They were just having a snooze. They are present. Hi, guys. We're over halfway through and you've earned your first glory. Well done. What's happening over here? Is this all stable? Yes. They're exerting a bit of pressure, but we're okay. It's all fine. Okay, right. That's all looking good. That's all looking fine. I think, yeah, we concentrate over here, but food. We are going to need significantly more food. So as soon as that goes in, we can put fishing boats and things in. That's going to be good. What about other farms? 16. Oh, that might be required for a military building, possibly. 12, that's a military position. We'll have 9 food from that just there, please. Because that's an additional 9 per turn, which is going to be useful. Right. Quick check over here. We're not on fire. Nope, that's all good. Right. So now down here, look. It's now 74 food per thingy. Okay, right. This is getting quite expensive. That's only 10 food. 10 food from those fish. Can we get any other bonuses? That's an additional 10. That's 8 from building one of these things. What about a barn? Can we get any more than anything? No. Slim pickings around here. That'd be okay. Once we've destroyed these guys, we could then put some stuff over here. We could put like a nice barn or something. But okay. We'll have fishing boats. And then we'll have fishing boats on the next turn. So that's going to prop up our food a teeny tiny bit. Hopefully. Right. Go to the next turn. How are we over here? Are we still good? Oh, we're apparently exerting pressure over here now. We might take that from them. It's a bit on fire. We are not on fire. Everything looking good in terms of flames. Right. Military we can't do anything with. Okay. Here we go. So if we put a barracks, we're going to need a lot of things. We are going to need a lot of things exerting military pressure. So that is going to be minus 20 food per turn. Yeah, what's that doing again? That is the training grounds. Now that isn't doing anything. That's keeping this from being attacked. But I think we can get rid of that because that costs us food as well. So if we get rid of this, so clobber that out the way, and then if we put a barracks in, just there, like so, that should help out quite a bit. Okay, so the barracks can go in, and it is. So now we've got 3 pressure as opposed to their 5. So then if we put another barracks, our food is taking an absolute kicking, but put another barracks in over there, we are now going to start attacking these guys. Okay, right, this is all fine. Yay for fighting. And is that helping at all now? End our turn, hang on. Is that helping? Like, is that doing anything? What's the range on one of these? So again, 2. So 1, 2. No, so this isn't helping attack that. So we might as well get rid of that because that requires food for us to support it. So yeah, and this thing as well, I think. That is, yes, a training ground. So it affects adjacent squares. So yeah, that's not doing anything. So okay, we'll get rid of that as well. How are we doing over here? Anything of ours on fire? Absolutely nothing. Lovely. Yes, this is looking good. Hang on a minute. We were ahead in terms of culture, and now they've gone ahead by a ridiculous amount. Okay, right. We need to work on culture buildings. Oh, hang on. What's happened to... Why is this not... Oh, because I've taken the building away. Hang on a minute. I need to put something back. Yeah, I can't do the military buildings anymore because... Oh, I've made a boo-boo of that, haven't I? Botherations. Okay, right. Hang on a minute. Hang on. We can put one of these back in. This is fine. Let's put it next to... That'll unlock military tactics and construction. Okay, 4 turns until we can do that again. And then, yes, theology was 5 adjacent things. Okay, right, something, hang on, end turn. Something to do with food. Ah, we've conquered that, and we got a massive pile of glory. Okay, good. This is working out okay. If we could get this, get that under our control, then we can put that fancy wonder just there. Although we are running out of time. Okay. The big wonder. Oh, we need the... Oh, no. We need, yes, military tactics and everything else. Oh, dear. Made a bit of a boo-boo removing that thing. Never mind. Never mind. Food stuff. Can we put a farm? 17 food. Yeah, okay. Do that. End our turn. Okay. So that's going to sort that out. That means it's going to have 5 things around it. Theology will come back. We can start doing sort of, yes, glory stuff again. Okay, good. They're earning 352. In fact, they're catching up with us. Like, oh no, they started out miles away. We're not earning enough. Nowhere near enough. Oh dear. Okay, right. We need to now look at this. Plus 10 glory per housing buildings on adjacent tiles, per science buildings. Okay. So we could put that in just there for 20 glory. That would be okay. I'd be happy with that. That seems a good idea. Down here, not so much going on. So, okay, we'll put that in just there, please. That might help us out a little bit. Oh, I feel like I've taken my eye off the ball with getting rid of these guys. And now we're way behind in terms of glory. But okay, right, military tactics is now back on the agenda. And I think... If we go, yeah, if we put that just there, skip through to the end of the turn, we can now get rid of these 2 things. But yeah, we're not going to be able to build the wonder quick enough. That'd be really good. But I don't think we can get it quick enough, which is a bit of a shame. And we haven't got the food right now. Unless, hang on. Go to end turn. Okay, right, we're conquering those. We could spend 750 production on, yes, on this thing. Masada, military wonder. So we can put, hang on a minute, why can't I build it? Military requirements. Oh, has it got to be on a mountain or something? We can build it. We're allowed. But it looks like it might have to go on a mountain, possibly. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's jazzy. It pops the mountain up and down. Okay. Whee. Okay, no, I was going to build it over here, but no. Oh, bother. We could have done this ages ago. I'm going to put that in just... Hang on, what does that one do? Glory per food building on adjacent tiles. Okay, we're going to put that in, and that'll give us some glory at the end. But right now, oh, they're so far ahead. They are so very far ahead. Okay. Do we need to possibly go and attack them? Is that what we need to do? To cause them harm? Remove... Oh, hang on a minute. No wonder they've got so... Okay, we need to go and get these off them. Because that's why they've got 390, nearly 400 glory every turn. Because they've just built 12 bajillion stone circles. I mean, surely this overvalues the stone circle market. Everyone goes, are you going to go to the stone circle? Oh, there's loads of them now. I can't believe it. Once you've seen one, you've seen them all, kind of a thing. Right, yeah, we need to do some fighting. We need to actually go to war with them to get those off them. Because that is causing a problem. So if we put barracks in, just here, we would start conquering quite a lot of their things. So pop a barracks in. Next turn we can start crushing them. Okay, good. I don't think... Our goal now, I think, might be to try to finish second. Oh dear. It was all looking quite good at one point, and now not so much. 162. Hang on a minute. Somebody down... Who are you? Augustus. Augustus has turned up and he's setting fire to one of our things. No, Augustus. I'm not having this. You can't just come in and be mean. He's going to get it next turn. There's nothing we can do. Oh, no. Oh, I was so obsessed with getting rid of these guys and having monuments. Oh, like a little water monument. That's quite nice. That, yeah, I didn't notice you pop up down here and go boo and then start destroying our things. You naughty man. Okay, right. That is a problem. Yeah, they've got a monument now. So now that they're going to go past us next time, we're going to finish last. We were miles ahead at one point. And now it's all gone horribly wrong. Oh dear. And our food production is not looking particularly good. We can't build anything. Can't do anything this turn. We haven't got enough food. Okay. I think it's all gone horribly wrong at the end. I think we're going to be, 10 turns short of maybe getting second place. I think we're going to finish last, which is a bit of a nuisance, isn't it? Right, we're going to get that. That is going to be claimed as ours. Maybe, do we need to try something else over here? Another barracks? To try and claim more of their things? Yeah, let's go for that. Put another barracks in. Our food is going to be absolutely... Oh, it's a -3. Oh dear. Right, we need to get rid of these military buildings over here, I think. I just realised that they are costing us a lot of food. Get rid of those. That should be fine. Okay. Oh, all of our stuff over here is on fire. Okay, right. We need to replace some military buildings really urgently. Okay, right. They've gone, which is good. We've got 43 food back. Can we maybe... What was that just there? A village. Are we able to get rid of the village? No, we can't. Because it's on fire. Okay, no, everything is fine. Everything is fine. Oh, we're going to lose so much stuff. Ah, no. Oh, dear. Right. No. We're not going to surrender this that easily. No. You don't come in here and just be mean to us and destroy all of our things. That's just outrageous behaviour, and I will not have it. -24 food per turn, but that will stabilise these two things. Okay, right. You're not coming in to set us on fire anymore. Over here things are on fire, so we're chipping into their thing, but our glory has come down ridiculously because we're getting it from this thing. Maybe you're supposed to build like 12 bajillion stone circles. Maybe that is what you are supposed to go and do. I don't know. We've only got 3 turns left. I don't quite know what to do. And we can't do anything right now. We've not got enough resource to build anything. So we'll go like that. They just did something just there. I don't know what that was. Oh, we're going to finish last at the very end of the game. Look, they've just got past us. 4884. We've got 4807. We are keeping up a bit by doing military stuff. But again, our food is so low. Even though we get a boost of food. Thank goodness we got that boost of food. It would have been completely useless. Okay, end the turn. And, okay, this building is a little bit on fire. Again, we can't build anything. Because I think it costs 90... Yeah, the amount of buildings we've got, it now costs 92 food to build anything at all. So we've only got 86. So we're going to end our turn. We're going to get this thing complete. So yay for another world wonder. This is quite fancy pants. So we've got a world wonder, everybody. We've got the pyramids and a thing on a mountain. But we are going to fall a bit... fall a bit short of, say, second, third place. First place is, like, ridiculous. Just so far ahead, it's a bit silly. Can we build a culture building? We've got 3 turns. I'm going to start building another circle. Just because everybody else seems to have 10,000 of them. So why shouldn't we? I'm going to put a circle there. I'm going to put it just there. There we go. And then I think this is it. This is going to be the end of the game. Turn 60 out of 60. We end it. We got 4th place. No, we were beaten by bot_3666. Inevitably. Of course it was going to be them. And then bot 5004 and then bot 4307. Ah, dear. I mean, all legendary players in their own right. So we were completely obliterated by green. They were so far ahead. These two did absolutely nothing for pretty much half the game, and then all of a sudden just earned 20 billion things. So I assume they were spending their time building these things. And then they've got, I can't see what their thing looks like, what their lands look like, but I bet they've got loads of these stone circle things. I bet they've got like dozens of them, because the more you have, and the longer they've been there, it earns you more glory. So yeah, I bet they've got loads of those, and we are here, 5,265. I thought that was going to be okay. I thought we were doing fine, and then it just went wrong in the last 10 turns or so. But there we go. There we go. Never mind. We got 4th place. Oh yeah, that 4th place is good. Yay for 4th place. I like the way it doesn't say you are last. It positions it right in terms of the sort of syntax of the sentence. It makes it sound a little bit more upbeat. You got 4th place. Well done, you. So yes, I mean, you can't. There is the infamous one more turn button, because it does have sort of hints of civilization, but it's not civilization, of course. It doesn't play the same way. You don't move troops around. It's sort of, it's a bit more sort of, there's less to manage, I would say, than a civilization game, but it's still, no less strategic. I would put it that way. So you can have one more turn, or we could go back to the main menu. What we'll do is actually, we'll nip back to the main menu for a second. And then, yes, I mean, there are challenges. There's different kind of challenge things that you can do, but in single player, this is how you build your thing. This is how you build the game. So you can have, there's different maps, there's different map types. We just did the base one. So we had Central Highlands, Basin, Inland Sea, Islands are options. That's all fine. Map size, we played on medium. So that was a medium map. Neutral tribes, we had low. So of course we were next to one. And there is a timer if you want to put that on. But I didn't want to. I turned that off. So yeah, no rush or anything. And then you can just add players. I don't know what the actual limit is. I'm not quite sure. That is the limit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players. 9 players can be in one game at a time. And then you can, I think the goal is eventually you can play with, your friends and whatever online, mix it up, friends and bots and everything else. But yeah, of course, I just played on my own right now with 3 other bots. But yeah, there's plenty of choices, lots of different choices. And then you pick who you want to be. There's also, Augustus, Genghis Khan, Hammurabi, Lady Six Guy, and Suiko, who just took victory in our game. But yeah, so yeah, plenty of different things you can do with it. There's a lot of different ways to play the game. And I like the way it looks as well. I do like the way it looks. I don't know, I commented on it too much, but I think it's very lovely to look at. It is quite a nice game. And I enjoyed that. It was really good to play. I had a very, very nice time. I mean, it was looking very good until about, turn 40 something, 45-ish maybe. And then it kind of went a bit wonkaloids after that. But that was the second playthrough I've ever done of that. So I did the tutorial and I did another playthrough with just me and one other opponent, and that went okay because you're against one other person, so there's not much going on. We didn't meet until quite late on, whereas in that game we had 2 people quite near to us. We had the tribe and then we had the eventual winner next to us, which did make things a little bit trickier. In hindsight, possibly what I should have done is maybe focus less on the tribe that was next to us, because they weren't doing anything at all, and maybe put more military buildings on the sort of border between us and green player, so we could eventually sort of move into their territory, get rid of their buildings and get monuments for us and get more glory for us, rather than let them have all the glory from their stone circle things. But there you go. You live and learn, and yeah, that was really good. That was very enjoyable. Nice level of strategy, interesting ways to do combat, interesting ways to build up your sort of civilization with all the different buildings. And do you go for food? Do you go for production? Do you need a bit of glory? You need that building there to get adjacency bonuses, all that kind of stuff. So really interesting. Very, very good. And just to stress again, this is an early build. It's an early build of the game. It's not complete. It's not the finished version. It is likely to change. You're going to make improvements and enhancements and everything else. So for an early build of a game, that was really good. That was very, very good indeed. So I think we will be coming back to this. Some games you go, yeah, that was all right. And some games you go, yeah, we might come back. I'm fairly sure we will come back to this at some point in the future and just sort of dive back in and just see what happens when the game's a little bit further on, and when they've changed it up a bit and just added more features or whatever. I don't know what the plan is, but I think we will be seeing this again in the Geek Cupboard at some point in the future, because that was really, really good fun to play. So we'll wrap things up for now with our 4th place, not last. It was 4th place. With our 4th place there, we'll wrap things up as we stand in 4th place. So not even on the podium. We're near the podium somewhere. And yeah, we'll wrap things up for now. But yes, I suspect maybe we shall be seeing this again in the Geek Cupboard at some point soon. But yeah, we'll finish things up for the moment with our look at Monarchs at Play. Hopefully you did enjoy this. If you did, please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with all the other bits and bobs and nonsense that we get up to in the Geek Cupboard, as well as keeping up to date with Monarchs at Play when we come back to it at some point in the future. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I'll see you next time. The city of Cupboard, it can be full of geeks, very loyal geeks to me. It's this sort of stripy hill. That's interesting. Oh, Stripey Mountain. Sorry, I downgraded you to a hill. Just really irritate the Norwegians. Everyone had gold. People were lying on beds of gold. They were eating gold. They were trying to wash their hair with gold. There was gold literally everywhere in our empire.